Okay, yikes. I knew I remembered seeing a bunch more stuff at this place on Google Earth when I looked at it, but I don't know. There is this rusty old sign that says no trespassing. The Esmeralda County Sheriff Department and the Southern California Edison Power Company, as well as our friends, the ranchers in Fish Lake Valley, keep a watchful eye on our operation. And we know what people come up here, but still there are some few who sneak into camp and rob our equipment and supplies. We offer a $250 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of these people. Cleland Brothers, Bishop, California. Okay, wow, this is clearly a really old sign. And looking around at all these buildings, they're so dilapidated. You can tell no one's been here for years. I'm gonna go ahead and poke around anyways. Hopefully I don't anger anybody watching this video. I'm not gonna take anything. I'm not gonna disturb anything. I'm just gonna look. I'm really curious to see how these buildings are constructed, you know, for my own purposes back at my Death Valley compound. I feel like I could learn a lot from these old-time prospector guys that, you know, they took a very barren, desolate little valley and turned it into a bona fide oasis. I mean, look, that's a big cottonwood tree. I think that's just starting to leaf out for the spring, so there's got to be water coming from somewhere, and this must have been a pretty nice place to live. There's just so much stuff everywhere. I don't know where to begin, but I guess these are all just, it's all kind of like, well, I was going to say junk piles, but it's obviously not junk. He was doing stuff here. Oh, wow, look, is this all like, well, I was going to say firewood laid in, but it's very small little branches. I guess that would do. I mean, nothing but Joshua trees all around here, so it's not like there's any bigger trees to cut down to burn. Oh, wow, and you would need something to burn because look at this amazing fireplace with this really cool weather vane on top. That is a beautiful fireplace, and what I like about it is how there's bottles set into it here and there. Isn't that cool? Look at that 7-Up bottle. And then all these other bottles, decorative touches. You know, just like we saw at that shrine at the beginning of the road when we first drove in. Obviously, he liked to drink a lot of things in bottles, and he liked to make art with the empties, and I think that's really cool. Okay, there's the outhouse. There's some, I was going to say trash piles, but I guess they're really more like supplies piles. Oh, here we're around back of the buildings. There's an amazing old washing machine. Space age. Look at that design. Oh my goodness. This is the coolest washing machine I've ever seen. Oh, it's a washer and a dryer? Water temp? Drying temp? Could you do both in the same machine? I always wondered if that was possible. It seems like it'd make a lot more sense to just, rather than to have two giant appliances, just have one that could do both. Big old refrigerator. Classic refrigerator from the age of American appliances, when American appliances were really appliances. You know what I mean? Oh god, really old magazine. Oh my god, I love these old ads. That's a hot lady right there. Woo-wee. Anything in the freezer? Nope. But just look how nice and shiny. Automatic ice maker. Sears Cold Spot. Frostless Space Master. Space Master. I mean, that was the age when America was #1 in the world and nobody questioned it. You know, nobody was worried about, you know, recycling or global warming or pollution. People just did what they wanted to, and well, damn the consequences. The good old days. Okay, so this is the back of one of those buildings, and it has a piece missing, so I just kind of poked my nose in, and oh my god, it's rough. Look at this. I mean, we can't even go in here. But I'm guessing at one time, you know, there was a bed in here, somebody slept in here, it was probably pretty cozy. I mean, attic for storage. Probably like 1,000 snakes in here, but I have to at least poke my nose in to see. Oh my god, look at this ad. They're golfing, and she's drinking a Coke, something for Coke. Oh god. Oh my god, there's so many amazing old newspapers and magazines in here. I could be in here for hours. But I better not. I'll just keep moving along. Let's go around the front of this building. Wow, this is... Yeah, I'm guessing that sign has to be obsolete because it's clear that no one's been out here in a very long time. And what a shame. This could have been a really... Oh, I'm sure it was a really amazing homestead. I mean, we just poked our nose in that side building there, but that main... Well, let's go look in the main house. You know what I mean? Like how these stone stairs are built right into the ground. Hold on, before I go up the stairs. What is this? The magnificent but impossible Mr. Brando. by Elizabeth Mallory. What is this? Like a real old movie magazine? Pat Boone. Oh my God, Pat Boone doing some trapeze work. An important message for women. Round out, firm up your natural bosom. It's like a Marilyn Monroe wannabe. Don't be fat. Old leg sores. Free catalog of revealing feminine fashions. Thin legs. Try this new emerging scientific home method to add shapely curves to ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and hips. Who's this little sexy tart? Oh, Nancy Kwan. Who's Nancy Kwan? I feel like the name... Oh my God, look. Accidental Occidental. Oh my goodness. People didn't care back then about what they said. Oh, speaking of Marilyn Monroe. No one answered her cries for help. Oh, is this from the year she died? It says she was at Hollywood's Golden Globe Awards in April. Is this that old? Didn't Marilyn Monroe die in like 1960? Well, yeah, look. November 1962. It's a movie magazine from November 1962. But what is it? Oh, here we go. Movieland TV Time. November 1962. Unbelievable. And it was just sitting out in the friggin' broad daylight. How is it not completely rusted away? I'm going to put it, or not rusted, but you know what I mean. I'm going to put it back down here where it was. I mean, God, what a waste though. That's a collector's item. Okay, that was definitely worth detouring for, but now let's go up these stairs. I mean, the porch looks like it's in real bad shape, so we're going to have to proceed with extreme caution. We don't have to go out onto the porch, but oh my God, what a porch. And what a view. Look at the view from this porch. You can see for miles and miles and miles. You can see all the way to the Sierra Nevada mountains. Beautiful. Wow, okay. Well, oh my God, this house is amazing. Oh my God, here's the kitchen. Look at this. Oh my word. Okay, first of all, there's a lot going on in this house. I'm going to start by just pointing out that the floor... It was a really amazing linoleum pattern that looks like it was from the 50s or 60s. And then someone covered it with this, frankly, pretty gross deep pile shag carpeting at some later date. Anyway, panning up. Let me zoom out. I'll try to get as much in as I can. So we're walking into the kitchen. Let me just go to the far side of the kitchen here. I'm not going to step up into the living room yet. I'm just going to turn around and look back. This was Duke's kitchen. I mean, you can see his name clear as day on the fridge. I guess that little first shack we went into must have just been like the guest quarters or something. Or maybe that's where he went when he wanted to get away from everybody else. I mean, I'm assuming he didn't just live here alone. It's such a big place. But yeah, look how cute. The little checkered tablecloth, muffin pan, ammonia. It's like he just walked out yesterday. Here's a calendar. What year was this from? Oh, 1988. Oh, I'm guessing he passed away in the late 80s. Look at this beautiful set of china. The full... place setting. Isn't that wild? Aww. And these little blue cups, these are super cute. Look at that. So bright and shiny even still today. Okay, well, let's just check out what's inside. I love how he burned his name into the refrigerator. He was a man's man for sure. He wasn't messing around. No, just salt and like margarita salt to brim a margarita glass. Far out. And then here was his little... storage for all his other... I mean, he had a full service of that amazing china. That's nice china. And then this is very interesting. It's like a... Well, I guess it's sort of like a cold storage because it looks like it's lined in the stuff that a freezer or refrigerator would be lined in. But it's not, as far as I can tell, hooked up to any kind of... Well, maybe it is. Hooked up to propane or something. I don't know. I can't tell. But there's no food in it, so it's just like plates and stuff. It might have just been a regular cabinet, you know, just like the rest. Look at his awesome little stove. Royal Rose. Okay, well, let's move on out of the kitchen, I guess. I think we've seen pretty much everything there is to see. Oh my God, I'm surprised there's not like 1,000 snakes in here. There probably are. I gotta be real careful. Oh, old saran wrap, rolling pin. Oh, this kind of reminds me of, if you've been watching my channel for a while, when I went to the Weston cabin way up in the Panamint Mountains. It was a similar kind of a deal where they just left everything behind. Oh man, look, it's like he had a cat. A little can of, well, a can of cat food. It says Kitty Queen liver. But it's so dried up, you can hear it rattling around in there. Oh my God! Okay, that reminds me of those dried up Vienna sausages I saw last month at that abandoned truck graveyard. Okay, well, let's move on into this next room. Okay, so we're coming up the stairs out of the kitchen. This middle room here is carpeted. There's a door coming in from outside, so maybe this is like the front door. I don't know. There's some shelves built into the wall, nothing on them. Oh my God, there's another door off to the right going into what I guess would have been a back bedroom. It's pretty terrifying now, just a soiled mattress and a bunch of stuff piled up on it. This is unreal. Wow. If you cleaned this place up, you could have a really interesting hideout. Okay, back into this main room. There's a little heater, propane heater. It gets real cold up here. Oh, there's a medicine cabinet. See if there's anything inside. No, empty. But it's in great condition. Look at that. Oh, look, Popular Mechanics. See, you know, I'll bet you anything. Well, those are from 97. They're not Dukes. I was going to say, I'll bet you anything that those girly picks weren't even Dukes down there. They were too new, you know? They look like the model. You didn't get to see it, but the model, her makeup did not look pre-1988. So I think some visitor came long after the fact and left those there. Duke was probably way too classy. Something like that. Look at this. It's a girly calendar called The Contractor's Apprentice. Oh, let me help you drill that in. Oh my God. Oh dang, look at them jugs. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back down there where I found it. And well, there's this back room. Well, I guess before we go into the back room, there is a bookshelf with a bunch of really cool old books laid in. Errant Bride by Elizabeth Ashton. Oh, look at her. She's thinking, she's got some suitor, but then on the side there, it looks like all she wants to do is dance ballet. Let's see if I was right. Antoine de Méricourt was going to turn Sylvie into a great star of the ballet, which was why he had married her, just to ensure that no romantic distractions would interfere with her career. He had no intention of allowing the marriage to become a real one. But what about Sylvie's feelings? Yeah, what about Sylvie's feelings? I bet they fall in love in the end. Shocker. Old tequila bottle, oh my goodness. Yeah, look, there's just a whole bunch of old Harlequins. Did Duke read romance novels? The Bohemian Pirate. The Unexpected. Deep Furrows. Oh my God, look at this one. It's called, well, I just noticed the front says, Girls Will Be Girls. The same young ladies who converted their very proper English boarding school into a fashionable bordello are at it again. This time the scene is Italy, the land of fast cars, slow drinks, strong cigarettes, and handsome Latin lovers. Whoa, this looks like a racy paperback. Okay, well, I guess, you know, it was cold here in the winter and nothing to do but sit by the fire and read paperbacks. I definitely see the allure in it. There's a mattress here too, so I guess, I don't know how many guys were living out here, but it seems like quite a few. I mean, there was the guest cabin that we already went in, there was a bedroom there, there's a mattress there, then there's this terrifying room in the back, which I think was the bathroom. I mean, at least you didn't have to go out to the outhouse, but yikes, I think I'd rather go to the outhouse. Oh my goodness. And then there's a refrigerator in it too. Who keeps a refrigerator in the bathroom? I guess that's like well, I was going to guess it was a chemical toilet, like for an RV, but there is a plumbing on it. So I'm not really sure what's going on in there, and I'm sure not about to step in there and find out. You know what I mean? Like, even I'm not crazy enough to go in there. Although, oh my God, I am so curious why you would have a refrigerator in the bathroom. It looks like there's just a bunch of canned food in it, so I guess they just used it as storage. Okay, well, there's one more room. Continuing through into, well, this must have been the living room because this has that amazing fireplace in it that we saw from outside. What a beautiful mantle, I guess. What would you call that? Like all the stuff all around it. All made by hand. Really nicely accented with glass bottles here and there. That's interesting though, because this is just one of those big wine jugs and it's just sort of loosely sitting in here. Leave it just the way it was. Wow, that's weird that you think it would have been like sealed in like the other bottles. Oh my goodness, look at, speaking of other bottles, there's a whole bunch of bottles of this Franzia Brothers California Burgundy. Oh wow, and look, here's a bottle, Duke Cleveland, September 12th, 1991. So he did live beyond the late 80s. Oh my goodness, look at all these little tiny bottles of wine. Cork still in it. Amazing. Gold Miner's Lucky Drinking Water Bottle. Jean, Nevada. Oh, what's that? Like isn't that a Mason? Can you even see that? That looks like he's got some Freemason signs carved in here, etched in here. January the 2nd, 1985, writ by Duke Cleland, Bishop, California. Gosh, I just love his handwriting. Or how about this really old bottle of Old Crow? This full bottle of Old Crow whiskey brought over to this mining camp on February the 20th, 1982. Writ by Duke Cleland. Gosh, he just signed everything. It's wild. Okay, here's a brand new full Corona, and that's pretty new. So people do come up here, apparently. Wow. Look at these hard hats for when they went to work in the mine. Gosh, you can see the construction of this cabin. That was supposed to be the whole reason I came in here. Oh, look, there's a woman's name written up there. What does that say? Mark Ackett, Sarah Feller. It's the first sign of a woman I've really seen in here other than that coat out in the guest cabin. Maybe that's what that cabin was. That's where the ladies had to stay. Man, this must have been a real cozy living room, though. We're going to have to use our imaginations because it's pretty busted. But if you can, imagine a cold winter's day, snow falling outside the windows on the Joshua trees, and these easy chairs were all sitting upright, not eaten apart, and there was a blazing fire roaring in the fireplace. I wonder why there's this gate to the outside here. What would you use that for? Just to load in more firewood? Oh, let me put his name there too. Duke. And then it says Opal. Maybe Opal was his brother or his wife. I don't know. Close it back up. But you know what I mean? Like there was even curtains on the windows. Maybe a woman did live here. I mean, look at the detail, how all this rope is tucked in there along, like edging everything. That's pretty nice. It almost feels like we're on a ship. And then look, there's a whole bunch of names burned into the ceiling. Holy cow. It's like the trail registers on the ceiling. I have to back up. There's so many of them. Oh my goodness. There's men and women, all kinds of names. I wonder if this is like anybody who ever came up here or what? Oh, what if this was a list of all the people he had sex with? And that's how he kept track. I don't think so, though, because there's all his family members there. Huh, maybe he was just making a list of everyone he ever knew. Oh, look here, this can looks like it said cabin log, please sign in. So at one time, I guess maybe this was a volunteer cabin that you could just come visit and sign your name. Gosh, that must have been a long time ago. Look at this window, look how cute it is. Everything is just done so nicely and cozy here. Oh, I don't even want to open it because I might break it. This is really something amazing. Okay, back out. I mean, I don't want to go out this door because I don't know how trustworthy this porch is. Oh, look down there. It's the anarchy symbol. Then it says explore everything. Yeah, that's pretty much my MO, at least the explore part. Well, I guess I could just go out this way. Just have to be real careful where I step. Close the door behind me. I'm trying to leave everything the way I found it here. Man, I get the feeling that this Duke Cleland and the rest of his family were very interesting people. I really wish I could have got to meet them. I would have loved to come hang out here with them when this place was, still habitable. Can you imagine? They probably had amazing parties. There's one more thing I want to check out here before I leave. And that is this mine adit. Now, I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to poke my head in. I don't have appropriate gear on, obviously. I mean, hello. But I am just kind of curious to see. I mean, this is the whole reason they were here, right? When completed, you can see daylight through this tunnel at a distance of 2,200 feet. The road to gold is long and cold, but few there are who mind it. Come look for treasure while you may, for gold is where you find it. Through these portals pass the greatest hard rock gold miners on the face of this earth. Cleland Bros. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna look inside. Oh my goodness. Here's one of their Pendletons. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's this? On May the 13th, I finished timbering this side, 1978. Ready now to drive the tunnel in, beginning to hit the 9-foot mark. Wow, 1978. Yeah, that's what it says. Oh my gosh, look over here. Here he is with his note taking on the walls. It's the number of cars marked. Wow. This guy was very meticulous in his record keeping. Holy cannoli. It's nice and cool down here, though, I'll say that. Yikes. Just look at how there's like stuff written on the ceilings and everything. It's kind of creepy. And it just dead ends. Or maybe he was saying something about if you look through it, you can see the light. No, there's no tunnel up above either. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm walking in here in flip-flops. This is not good. Snakes? Nope, there's no opening back here. I don't know why not, but we came in there and it dead ends here. So I guess I'm just gonna back out very carefully. Ugh, don't want to step on any of this awesome weird stuff that's all over the ground. Ah! Oh my goodness, this place is unreal. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed exploring this place, and well, hopefully it's okay that I did so. Sure don't want to make anybody angry. I know I said that was the last thing I was going to check out, but there's one more thing before I leave. I just happened to notice there's another really cool old washing machine over here. I'm a sucker for these vintage appliances. Look at this thing. Easy Combo-matic. I mean, look at the design on that. Look at the handle on that thing. Ugh, man, when they call them the good old days, they really mean they were the good old days. Stuff today just doesn't have the same style. And that's why it's so nice that I happen to live at relatively near a part of the country where there's so much desolation and where things from the good old days are left to rot. Or I should say, gently bake and decay in the desert sun. It's really neat to come to a place like this. It really is like going into a time machine and stepping back in time and seeing what it must have been like for Duke and his brothers back in the 1970s and 1980s. I sure wish I could have joined them.